I want to introduce you to someone who's playing for a lot more than just trying to pile up victories on the field. Here's our Power Player of the Week.
At the end of the day, if you don't win football games, people aren't going to want to listen to what you have to say. So football is most important, and we got to win on the field. But when you do that, it sure opens some doors for some real impact to happen beyond just football.
Kirk Cousins is quarterback of the Washington Redskins, and he's hoping to turn victories on the field into visibility for a cause he's been backing for years. He was a teenager when a man named Gary Haugen came to his church.
I remember in that moment as a 17-year-old saying, if God ever blesses me enough to have the finances to really make a difference, that's an organization, that's a man that I want to get behind.
He's talking about the International Justice Mission that over the last 20 years has rescued 28,000 people from slavery and child sex trafficking around the world.
These little kids were on this boat. They were huge beyond imagination.
Kids like Joshua, who's in forced labor in Ghana, and Elsa, who's a survivor of sex trafficking in the Philippines.
Dangerous situation. Move yourself in position.
IJM puts lawyers and investigators into the field to push local law enforcement to bust these rings. They've secured more than 1,000 convictions. Which brings us back to Kirk Cousins.
You like that? You like that?
After leading the Redskins to their biggest comeback ever last year, the usually mild-mannered quarterback had this outburst that caught on. T-shirt sales brought in $50,000, and rally towels for a playoff game raised another $30,000 that all went to IJM.
I'm a big believer in the quote by John Leslie that says, set yourself on fire and people will come from miles to watch you burn. In other words, when you live and play with passion, people want to see that.
But as Cousins knows, his platform depends on winning.
Is that a lot of pressure?
I played my senior year of high school football with no scholarship offers and had to prove myself to college recruiters at that point. That was pressure. And last year, I was playing in my fourth year knowing that it was a make-or-break opportunity, and that was pressure. And so while there's pressure, it's nothing new.
Adding to that pressure, after their playoff run last season, Cousins and the Redskins could not agree on a long-term contract. So he's playing under what's called the franchise tag, 1 year for $20 million. Cousins wants to keep playing and keep supporting IJM.
God wired me to be a leader and to want to impact people, and I see this as a great opportunity to do that. It's a challenge every day, and it can feel like a weight or responsibility at times, but what an honor and a privilege, and I pray every day that the Lord will help me to steward it well.
Cousins and the Redskins start their season Monday night when they take on the Pittsburgh